Guys, let's talk about everybody's favorite dysfunctional NFL franchise, your Washington Redskins. I was listening to the radio today. I know it's just heart-wrenching, isn't it?
Brutal.
You know, I'm listening to the radio today, and I heard Sean Salisbury say on the Chad Duke show. This quote was so good. I was driving, I couldn't stop, and so I called my son at home until I said, "Son, you need to write this down for me so I can use it on the show." He said that Mike Shanahan was, quote, the most overrated prima donna fraud head coach in the league, end quote. And I'm thinking, wow, you know, first of all, that you would even say that. Second of all, I happen to agree with it. I think Shanahan's way overrated. I don't think he's done anything. Salisbury said this, and I agree 100%. He hasn't done anything without Elway or Terrell Davis. You got a Hall of Famer and a borderline Hall of Famer. He's done nothing without them. Okay, he went to an AFC championship where he got crushed by Ben Roethlisberger in his second year. The year before that, they lost to the Denver Broncos. The year before that, lost to the expansion Jacksonville Jaguars in the AFC semifinals. Shanahan's done nothing for years and years. And yet all of a sudden, he comes to Washington and everybody thinks he's going to be the savior. I mean, you could speak to him as when he was a coach with the Raiders. I didn't think he did well either.
Well, no, yeah. Once again, you know, Al Davis getting it right again.
For the first time since 1976.
You know,
I think he was quoted as the craziest owner ever at one point, was he? No.
it doesn't matter. This is all about those Super Bowl rings. Craig, you're a Skins fan. Let us know.
Actually, I'm glad to hear other people talk about, who aren't fans, talk about what they think of Shanahan. Because I must be drunk on the Kool-Aid, as a lot of other Redskins are, when Shanahan came in here. Terrell Davis, John Elway, those are people that you need on every NFL team. There are superstars on every NFL team. It's what you do with them, those superstars, that make you, or that will get you to the Super Bowl. Every team needs those people. So to say just because you can't win because you don't have them, I mean, every team has a superstar on their team.
Brian Billick won a Super Bowl without a superstar. Ray Lewis was not a superstar yet. He became a superstar because of that.
Okay.
That Super Bowl made him.
And
right?
If you can win a Super Bowl with Trent Dilfer.
I mean, Trent Dilfer. I mean, come on.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's hard to argue that point, but it takes players in this league.
I
It's
agree.
a player league.
You're right.
You need them. We don't. I'm not paid by the Redskins, but
yes, you are.
As
you're a fan. That's a whole
and I
other
bought the
issue.
sweatshirt. So
right.
as a fan, they need more talent than what they have now. It's coming. It will come.
Yep.
It's crazy the first year. It's a lot of things you could say, hey, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? That's part of the NFL. You have to gamble on some things. You have to take risks. I don't like the fact we just learned about McNabb being benched. I don't like that. But these next 3 games, they're literally are preseason games. They don't count. Why let that man get hurt and he won't start the next year because of a freak accident that happened in one of these preseason games here at the end of the year?
So
I want to see what Rex Grossman does.
Why? You know what Rex Grossman can do.
Yeah,
But here's my problem with that, and I hear you, and I have no problem, even though Donovan McNabb, as an Eagles fan, is probably my favorite player ever, okay? And it hurt me when he got traded, but, you know, it is what it is, because, you know, we got Mike Vick now, but that's okay. The thing about McNabb is that now he's all hurt, now he's all upset, and it's going to be a problem. Now, if you're going to sit McNabb, I'm okay with that because he's not played well this year. I get that. But why are you going to, you know what Rex Grossman can do. Why not start John Beck? Why not go with the young guy? Find out what the young guy can do. Because now, this is a wasted season. What do you know about the Redskins right now that you didn't know 12 months ago?
Can you really start John Beck against the Cowboys? I mean,
it doesn't matter.
It's still the Cowboys, and it still matters to me, you, and some other fans of the Redskins. You can't, I mean, they're throwing away the season. But you can't throw away this week. It's the Cowboys, and they need for the fan base to have something to root for. So you got to give yourself a little bit of a chance.
Rex Grossman.
It's the lesser of McNabb will get hurt, but I don't want to start the kid.
I mean, but McNabb will get hurt. I mean, come on.
He's prone to injuries.
And look what happened when we put Rex Grossman in against the Lions.
Right, that's right.
Well, it's not
Hey,
the most.
guess what?
Rex Grossman is not a starting quarterback in the NFL. He's not. he's just not. He's not.
But
Yeah.
like,
Give me a chance.
He's not.
Give me a chance to say that he's not. After Sunday,
We've
then
already
we can
said-
say.
but we've
the
already
Bears
seen what
gave
he
him a
can-
chance. We know that he's not.
Yeah, and they
I
took
mean,
him to a Super Bowl.
Guys, if I can just say, look,
Valid point.
one. I mean, Favre played like nearly 300 games.
here we go.
No, but he just did. You know what I
Here we
mean?
go.
Like, did he ever say, "Oh well, the season's done. I better sit down"? No, he didn't. He kept trying to go. Right. McNabb's just been treated terribly.
I agree with that.
I agree.
I don't like it either.
I agree.
I don't
It's
like it
terrible. And you know that's something that you got to take a look at here. The reason why Daniel Snyder brought Shanahan in here is to bring some kind of form to the team and some discipline, and that's exactly what they needed. But he's clearly taken it way too far, and bringing in his son is kind of questionable.
That's a
You know,
disaster. The son is not that the son's bad, but
yeah. At Houston, very successful. However,
with
you
great
bring
players.
fantastic players. Matt Schaub, quarterback, just
And Andre
dynamite.
Johnson.
Yeah.
Absolute dynamite team right there, and he has a lot to work with. But you know, bringing in McNabb was a good idea. However, you know, I just don't think Baby Shanahan knows what he's doing out there.
Baby Shanahan.
But also, like, I mean,
That's
if you're
awesome.
like McNabb, you're gonna ditch him. Ditch him with 2 minutes to go in the game. It's like, is that
I'll
really
never
giving
understand
McNabb a chance to
I'll
get
never
involved
understand
in the team? It's like if you want McNabb to stay, right, then play him in these last 3 games, get him used to the offense.
They don't want him to stay.
Well, no, why did they even get him in the
He
first
probably
place?
won't stay.
Send him straight to
That's
the
just
Cardinals.
it right now. It's McNabb's days are over. It's crystal clear, writing on the wall. You're benching him a few games out, the rest of the season. Redskins are already done. You know, he might as well just walk off.
And he's the 3rd quarterback this week, not even the 2nd quarterback.
It's a huge
No,
mistake on
he is the
Shanahan's
second
part.
quarterback.
No.
He will be the 3rd quarterback the following week.
My understanding was that he was the 3rd quarterback this week. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
But still, he's not the starter.
Right, he's not the starter. That's just I really think, and like I said, I get the benching him, and even the benching against Detroit. Having watched him for 11 years, the 2-minute drill is not his. It's not his strong suit. It's not his best thing. But to take him out in that situation against Detroit
Horrendous.
in a winnable game,
Yeah,
a game that was
absolutely
winnable at that point.
And then the
You know
very
what?
worst
Baby
thing
Shanahan got pissed off,
Baby
and
Shanahan, that's
he
so
decided,
awesome.
he made a decision that at that point right there, I'm not going to trust McNabb anymore, and I'm just going to yank him because I'm pissed off.
And I'm gonna trust Rex Grossman.
I think.
Come on.
I think that the Redskins. I think that Mike Shanahan has totally mismanaged this season.
Absolutely.
Just from the jump, Hainsworth should have been gone the day he walked in there.
Mm-hmm.
And you tell him we're going to play a 3-4, and he says no, I'm not going to play a 3-4. I would have sat him down and paid him so he wouldn't have a complaint. Sit down. You're not going to play. Just don't even come to practice. Nothing. He would have been gone from my team if I was running that team. But he let him hang around, and he caused discontent in the
I
locker
think
room.
Shanahan was trying to show him, I'm the boss. This is
Yeah.
my team.
Right.
You agreed to come play, so you're going to do what I want.
And I paid you $24 million,
Yeah.
by the way.
Well, I'm going to officially say right here now to the camera, if the Washington Redskins are watching, I play a 3-4, so, you know, I'll give it a go.
That's right.
So,
For
you
half
know,
that price.
Give
You
me
know-
$2 million, I'm in.
You bring up a great point about the 3-4,
Are
but
you
you know what? Look at the Redskins defense previously till we brought in the 3-4. Look at it. A great top 10 defense in the league.
It was.
And
Absolutely.
you bring Hazlitt in, he makes that decision to change it to 3-4, and we are one of the worst defenses in the league now.
they
And
have
that's
linebackers?
horrendous. The worst decision
Michael
ever.
Fletcher.
Hazlitt's got to go.
He's probably having his worst
horrible.
year, isn't he?
I get. Let me.
Yeah, I mean, they have no linebackers. You need linebackers to run that.
You have to have great linebackers. They have
And they
one.
don't.
They have Brian Arakpo. That's it.
There's another ego trip. I mean, you're going to do the defense I told you to do.
Rocky McIntosh,
Even
not
though I don't
bad.
have the
But
personnel.
you know
You
what?
don't have the personnel.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We have the personnel. We have the wrong defense. Is
You
what
don't
it
have, right.
is.
You don't have the person that your scheme does not match
You're exactly
the personnel. Craig, that's what Craig just said. Your scheme doesn't match the personnel that you have.
Well,